Okay, I think we're ready.
Hi guys, Michael Ingledew from TDW, and this week I'm on the road meeting some clients, and I'm actually in Bristol, and tonight I'm staying at the hotel where we host our conference, TDW Live. And originally my plan was we were going to take the camera out and I was going to take a tutorial whilst I had the Clifton suspension bridge behind me. Now unfortunately, two reasons we can't do that. One, it's absolutely guffing it down, and two, the Clifton suspension bridge is currently covered in scaffolding, so it would actually be a pretty ugly view anyway. So you are going to have to put up with the insides of my hotel room here for today, unfortunately. So I've been in Bristol today and attended a couple of meetings, a couple at the MOD and a couple down at the UKCEB, where we attended what is known as the GISCOT team meeting. And those of you who are interested, it stands for the Joint Information Standards Coordination Team. Wonderful name, but it was actually a very, very good meeting on standardization within the UK MOD and industry in terms of delivering data. Now, if you want to get involved with any of these kind of groups, you can contact us here at TDW and we'll put you in touch with the right people. So I thought, while you're on the road with me, certainly today, tomorrow we go and see Babcock, but whilst I have you here with me now, I had a choice of tutorials that I was going to do, and I thought I would just take a nice, easy one, 5 top challenges facing the modern tech data manager, which is kind of apt because of the meetings that I was at today. A lot of the things came up. So my 5 challenges facing the TD manager, and I've given this presentation a couple of times now at some conferences, and every time a tech data manager will come up to me and say, Mike, on the money. So hopefully some of these will resonate with you. So what are the 5 challenges that are facing the TD manager? And I've got my notes in front of me, so I've written them down. Now, number 1 is skills, readily available skills. Now, unfortunately, the TD market as a whole has kind of fallen out of favor with a lot of people because there are more exciting things to get involved with. Web development, software development, graphic design as a whole is far more exciting than being a traditional technical writer, technical author, or even a standard graphics stroke illustrator. So it becomes a real challenge for TD managers to find the right skills. Now, what we're seeing is in a lot of organizations now, they are encouraging people like trainers to come across from the training environment and also learn how to write technical manuals. And that's something that we are seeing as an increasing trend. Secondly, and I said it's because it's really apt of the meetings that I was at today, was the challenge of specifications. Specifications really cause headaches for TD managers, and certainly the further you go down the information supply chain. So if you're an OEM, maybe not so much, it causes you such a headache. But as you go further down, maybe tier 2, tier 3, down the manufacturing supply chain or the information supply chain, you having to support and deliver data to multiple specifications is something that causes real issues, especially as well when it becomes more interesting for organizations is if you have customers that are on a common specification, but they are at different releases of those specifications. That causes real problems. Of course, number 3, the big one, everyone's talking about it, came up at a meeting today, money. Money is tight at the moment for everybody, and money available to spend on innovation within tech data and tech docs is really hard to find. And we know that even when you look at the number 4 here is the challenge of software, because software is something that we focus on a lot here at TDW, because software in our markets is generally quite expensive, and it's quite expensive for a number of different reasons, and we've done some tutorials on this. And the reason it's so expensive can be because it's niche, because it's got specialist qualifications of the guys that have developed the software has gone into the actual production of the software. So software can be expensive. Now, the other thing that you should read up on is, in our magazine this quarter we did an article on software as a service, which is a great way for you to reduce those software costs. But you could go on over and have a look at that in our magazine, which is available now. And my favorite is dealing with nebulous requirements, and this is something that comes out frequently, not as much as it used to, but for example, contracts that simply say must deliver item class 4 with no other backing or surrounding information. Now, those of you that are involved in delivering items, you know that this is a massive debating subject for lots of people. Everyone doesn't know what 1, 2, 3, and 4 means, and it means different things to different people. So dealing with nebulous requirements is something that we see not as much as we used to, but certainly we do see it. In fact, I've seen one recently where a contract simply said must deliver S1000D. 1.7? 4.1? Anything in between? We don't know. The contract didn't say. It just said it must be S1000D with no reference to any other documents. So there are issues where you deal with nebulous requirements, and in fact a gentleman called me only a couple of weeks ago saying that his customer has no idea the type and the format and the structure of information and how they should be receiving it. How can he help educate them? So we are seeing lots of these things. So the 5 things: skills, yes, skills are dying, diminishing, and the art of tech data is becoming less interesting to the younger generation. The younger generation are very keen to create websites and work with CSS and all of these wonderful things. So that's hard. Specifications, yes, ASD specifications are complicated. And then add into the mix that you might need to support some AIA specifications, or indeed if you want to introduce things like DITA, it becomes a real problem. And those of you in the know are aware of all of the new specifications which are coming out from the ASD community. And if you don't know, you can go to the UK CEB website, or you can go to our website and you can learn more. Money and software, yes, big problem, and software becomes quite complicated. So these all kind of intertwine. And dealing with nebulous requirements, I'd be really interested to hear what your challenges are as a tech data manager, and we can maybe put some tutorials together. If you like what you see, subscribe below, send in your comments. We'd be really pleased to hear from you. If you have any ideas or suggestions for tutorials that you would like us to put together and do for you, we would certainly be more than happy to do that. Now, originally this week, we were going to do a tutorial on obsolescence, but I forgot my props, and I've got some props back at the office. So I promise we will do obsolescence later this week, early next week, and we'll put that up on YouTube. Again, my name's Michael Ingledew. I hope you found these 5 tips and my wonderful hotel room really interesting, and I'll speak to you next week.